Happy to be here. Savannah and I go way back, but I'm so excited to be a part of it. Like, I couldn't help when it's gift giving things.
I know. I knew the person that I needed to have come on with me because you were always the best at gift giving. Absolutely the best.
And you know what? Jedora has the best sets. Savannah and I were talking about all the options in gift giving, and a set is an easy thing because it's kind of all put together for you. If you're one of those last minute gift givers, and I know we're really tight on the shipping timeline, but honestly, I was talking about that too, because I don't know if you're like me. I mean,
me too.
But because we've been friends a while, but
yes.
I will tell you that oftentimes I do like Christmas Day with my kids, but then we celebrate the week between Christmas and New Year's with others. So
Absolutely.
Even if we're tight on timeline, these gifts can still be packaged well. And then don't forget, Valentine's is around the corner.
I know.
And so it's always nice to take advantage of holiday gift giving prices.
Exactly.
And go ahead and bank your Valentine's
I know,
Day gifts.
stock up, right?
So you get both options.
And it's perfect. So before we get started, I want to let them know how they can check out our gallery
Absolutely.
first. I know.
That's going to be important.
So we're going to go through all of this amazing show today. If you have any questions about those finer details, things that we might not mention on the show, there's 4 squares at the bottom. Click on that. That's going to pull up the gallery. Everything in there will be ready for you to check out, and that's where you're going to add to cart. So you want to be sure to add to cart there.
Absolutely. And there's tons more, as you guys know, on Jedora. Leading marketplace.
Oh, I know.
Actually, the only marketplace that's only jewelry, watches, and gemstones. So
I get lost. I get so excited. There's so many things to look at.
It's so awesome, and I'm so happy to be a part of the Jedora family, and we're happy that you're part of our family too. But there's lots more out there. But to Savannah's point, add to cart. The little, the dots you said, the
4 squares.
4 squares at the bottom is the way to do that, and we will just minimize.
Yeah, we drop down to the bottom. We won't go away. We're going to continue talking.
Still hear our craziness.
Exactly. Yeah. And then once you're finished with the gallery, we're back.
Perfect.
We're big again.
So before we get started on all the gift giving, Savannah, slide over. Can you see this cute little sweater she has on?
I know.
Adorable. So, and we actually,
festive.
I know, right? And so it's the time of year. We are only 1 week from Christmas Eve.
Don't remind me.
Christmas Eve is next Sunday. Can you believe it?
Are you done shopping? Because I'm not.
I'm not. I have some stuff left to get. So, and actually I'm real excited because there are 2, well, I love all these sets, but there are 2 in particular that are must-haves on my list.
Absolutely. I've already been looking and I found a few things that I'm going to have to add to cart.
And what I love, I will tell you about this assortment we're going to share with y'all today, is not just gift giving for the women in your, your girlfriends or your mom or your grandmother or your kids for that matter. We have them for guys. Which, sometimes guys are so difficult, but men's jewelry has been such a big trend in the last year. It's kind of neat if you've got that guy that's a little bit more fashion forward, or maybe he's just a classic that's always worn that cross necklace, and never went on, it was his personal style and never went in and out on the trends. But what great gifts for men.
I know, and these all hit the biggest trends right now.
Sure. Absolutely.
So everything is covered when you're looking for, what are you seeing in editorials? This is going to be something that's going to really kind of push them into that fashion statement.
So I guess let's get started.
I know. Okay. I'm excited. Okay.
So we'll start with the first group, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm loving the configuration of the set, though. The
I do
items
too.
that are in it.
And I love it layered together.
Yeah, I do too. So in this configuration, you'll get a cross, a dog tag, which is so classic for men, and then the bracelet as well. And so I'm loving this kind of two-tone, like you're seeing kind of a little bit of the two-tone metal, or it's stainless steel, but it's like a brushed finish, and then you have like a darker finish too. But this is so masculine.
That's exactly what I was going to say. It has such a masculine feel.
It does, but yet kind of classic. Because I like that
edgy.
It's just, it's metal, and it's kind of got this really great look to it. To your point, they could layer it if they're that person.
Exactly.
But you can break it apart. And what's great about a set, in any of these sets, is, obviously multi-use. If he's a dog tag one day and wearing the spiritual inspiration another day, he could do just the bracelet, honestly. And the value of this gift set, the bracelet, you would pay that for just the bracelet.
Oh, absolutely. And you know what else? If you have 2 people in mind,
you could break the
set, break the set up, and you've knocked down 2 people on your list.
That is a great idea.
I know.
If you're budget conscious, and that's the way.
Good ideas.
Yeah, right? You just split up that gift set. So I'm loving this one. Again, stainless steel. You've got the dog tag, you've got the cross pendant, and the bracelet. And on that note, we're going to flash at you guys another configuration.
I'm going to slip this out real quick, because I feel like if you have that person that just really prefers that dark metal, And let's
We're just playing a little like chess game here.
Yeah. A little roulette.
Sorry guys if you see that our things aren't perfectly matched today, but we had so many great gifts.
I know.
So this is the same configuration, but what I'm loving on it is the touch of blue, because like what guy's favorite color is not blue?
I know.
Or at
My
least the
husband's
majority.
favorite
Yeah.
color is blue. Everything
It
is
looks
blue.
good on all complexions too, which I love, and I do love that it has a little bit, in my opinion, a little bit more modern vibe than the last one. The last one could be a little bit more classic, so for that classic guy, and this has that modern spin. It's almost, to me, it almost looks like, you know, it's a little bit more. Oh, let me help you with that. Can you? There we go. Is that better? Brian's behind the camera helping us today.
I know.
He's like pointing it out that we've got things all messed up.
I've got it. There we go.
Okay, perfect. So I think it's just, to me, almost, and not that it doesn't fit everyone, but I almost feel like this could be like a little bit almost younger customer that's really getting into that jewelry, like that guy that's like, I love it, but I don't want to look like my dad's jewelry, you know?
I know.
Right?
It really gives you that more modern feel
I
to
think
it.
so. I think
Absolutely.
so. So those are two great options. And again, to Savannah's point, if you are, you know, I mean, these are great prices as a gift, but if you're really budget conscious and you love the idea of this, you could break it up for the men.
could.
Yeah,
I know.
for the men in your life. So
Yeah, absolutely.
awesome. Let's keep going, girl. We got lots. So I
gonna
will tell
switch this
you.
back out.
Yeah, for sure.
It keeps our aesthetic looking nice. We
Yeah,
got to make sure.
We can't have it all messed
I know,
up.
I know. It was so pretty, and I don't want to mess that up. Look at that glitter. Do you see it already?
So if y'all are seeing a lot of glitter on this table,
Welcome to holiday time.
exactly. It's actually on my hand. I went to wash before we were going to show the jewelry to you. But I was kind of playing around with some of our display stuff, and I was like, oh, I don't know if that was a good or a bad thing to do.
It
Now we have
multiplies.
glitter everywhere.
My house is covered, and for the next several months, we're gonna have glitter all over.
Just emphasize
And that's
sparkle
okay.
of jewelry is what I'm thinking.
I think that's perfect.
So my favorite men's set we're about to do next.
Yes, I think
So
that was my
this-
favorite as well.
Yeah, this is my favorite men's set, and this is a two-tone stainless. This is really pretty. The link chain necklace and bracelet set. These are two pieces, but you can see, honestly, when you look at this, it is absolutely stunning. It's got a great bit of like weight to it, you know, so I think it looks hardy. I love that it's dual metal mixing. I mean, you're the queen of metal mixing.
I love metal mixing.
But I love it for a man because, you know, honestly, it kind of, I think it gives them the freedom to kind of do what we do with our jewelry and
Yes.
kind of say we can wear any metal, and you're not, you know, you're not like tied to a specific color metal, and it goes with any look. I love the bracelet for my husband. Actually, I was like, that's so cute. He would love that. Yeah, and I can see it stacked with a watch. You know, you could do it on that hand if
absolutely.
you want. But I
The
do.
dimensional look of the way the links mix together with the gold.
That's a great point. I like how it's
love-
mixed. Yeah,
exactly,
not just
and
the metal, but the actual design.
Well, and the way they the design, the placement of the links really gives it just that nice dimensional look.
So the great thing about this is this set is under $100.
Are you serious?
Yes, totally. I mean, they're all great values.
I didn't
but
even
because
look.
it's our
That's
favorite, I had to
amazing.
mention that one. I'm like, that is crazy. That is such a good deal.
It is.
And
And I
it's
have to tell you, I'm kind of liking the bracelet for myself.
You know what? Nowadays, because we are in that whole, I mean, really, we're gender neutral on jewelry.
With everything.
And with chains
anymore.
getting chunkier for females too. I mean, don't be tied to this being a men's gift set. I have a lot of friends who like that really hefty. I have a couple of friends that are in the equestrian world, the equine world,
perfect.
and they like these bigger, chunkier necklaces. And sometimes, obviously, we can find them in the women's areas. We especially at Dodora, we have tons of options.
Oh my
But
goodness.
this configuration and this look and feel, we do not have exactly like that in the women's side.
No, that's
so,
not.
And you almost hate to gender define because it really could be.
You don't have to.
Well, it's the way of the world today. You know, we're gender neutral. People, I mean, you're just mixing and matching.
Yeah, but I love that because I feel like that multiplies our options.
Absolutely. It
I mean,
absolutely does.
It gives us
a
so
ton
many more.
So what do we got next?
Okay, so next we're going to move into this necklace. It's going to be that stainless steel wishbone necklace and
Ooh,
bracelet
that one's really
set.
pretty too.
I know.
I like that one.
So the links on this one as well, you have that brushed is going to be more your flat link, and then how you have the I guess it's like a shine.
Okay, pull that bracelet up. I'm going to put that on your hand.
Okay.
Now, I have, for those of you, I've been on with you guys a couple of times, but I have really like kid-like wrists. So I do have to typically, Savannah knows, I have to typically like have links taken out of anything, even like, you know, women's jewelry. But
I love
look
that.
how pretty this is just on Savannah. I think it's just so pretty. And you're right, it's so universal.
It is. Okay, so let's layer this other together
Let's do
because
it.
the price points on these two sets,
Perfect. Let me
you
get
could
it.
knock out so many people on your gift giving list
I just
because
hit our displays, Brian. So
if you
start
want
doing
to, you know, break that up and you could do, say you have a female that would like particularly the necklace or the bracelet.
Let's see what we got. I love this idea. And you know what? Honestly, this, oh gosh, look how pretty.
I know.
I would so do that.
I would too.
I love it. It's so fashionable. Let's get that up there. There we go. I mean, guys, look at this.
I know the tones, how we have the brushed and then we have the shine
Okay.
and then the brushed
And
gold.
you know what? I mean, I haven't been on enough for you guys to know that there are certain bracelets I wear like every day.
Yes.
Savannah and I both are stackers.
We do the same.
But our stacks could go with this. We could layer these right into our stacks that we wear every day.
And I'm thinking too, like you said, one of these could go on my watch hand
Yeah,
because
for
I'm
sure.
really starting to break it up. I gotta add a little love over here.
Yep. And speaking of watches, you know, we've gotten some really good ones on Jadora.
Oh my
I don't know if
goodness.
you all saw Savannah over the last couple of weeks. You know, you've been doing some watch shows. We
Yes.
also have added a new vendor, BCBG, which I think you
I
were
did a
showing
show
last week, right?
Yes.
So, guys, there are amazing watches, like, and that's kind of a neat thing because prices are so good. You could do like a bracelet, like break this up, do a
Yes.
bracelet and a watch for somebody who's that wrist candy person. I know I am that person.
Oh, I'm totally that person.
I am totally like I'm like a gypsy. I mean, I have it, stack them up.
Pile it on, the more the merrier.
Yep. So love it. So okay, that's really cool. I love those.
I know.
Leave those on. We're gonna see
Okay,
what else
well,
we
I'm
can
going
do.
to. I had no plans of taking those off. So we're going to move on. We have the black stainless, and this one is so neat. So what would you, a box chain? Okay, because I had to look. This is a box chain design, and that
And it
is
has
a
like
really cool feel.
Yep, and it's plated in kind of an antique finish. Let's show this clasp real quick, if you don't mind, because you're right in front of it. Guys, that is so pretty. I think the detail in the
Yes.
clasp alone says amazing value and craftsmanship.
It does, and I've said this before. I love when a piece really fully finishes around to the clasp,
Yep.
and it's a nice design. It does feel elevated.
Well, you know, you could really flip that to the front.
Oh,
For sure. You could do
Absolutely.
it like that if you wanted. If you wanted some front detail. You know, a season or two ago, you remember when we were looking at, everybody was doing the big clasp in the front?
Yes.
And they were doing like the Mariner clasp.
I
and
love
all
it.
the other. This is kind of that same idea, but there is I think that's super cool. To just
It's kind
turn
of
it
a
around.
twofer.
It is.
you know, you
turn
could
it
do
around.
that. Yeah.
And then
Well,
you've got the coordinating bracelet. Love it. I know.
I love the bracelet.
Again, I think just the finishing in this one, guys, if you're not, you know, I hope the camera's doing it justice because we are on black forms, but that antiqued finish, I think to me, it, you know, I can imagine like opening a gift box and seeing that and like having the person, the, you know, recipient see that finish because it just looks so rich and so sturdy and so, now, and I do feel like this one feels
I'm
the
gonna
most
pop this
masculine to
one
me
on
too, but I think you could
with
definitely.
these others, so we
let's
can
do
kind
it.
of see
Yeah,
the
for
difference.
sure.
This does have such a rich masculine
I think
feel,
it
like
does
you
for
said.
sure. And you know, if you've got a guy who's really in your life, and we know that this is all universal, but if you've got a guy in your life who's really been playing with the idea of getting into jewelry or maybe getting back into jewelry, my opinion is this is a great set to start because it's the most subtle
Absolutely.
in a way, and it has this great like rich tone to it that's super masculine because we know there are all kinds of, I mean, you've got your, you know, your city guy and you've got your masculine hunter guy and you've got your fisherman and they're perfect for all, but I think this one kind of says for those men that are like, I really want to try jewelry, but I haven't found the right piece. I think that says it.
You know what's funny is, you know, back in the dating world and all that, one of the first things that I noticed about my husband and all the guys is their wrist.
Interesting.
I don't know why, but
You
I
know
feel
what?
like a
Yeah.
wrist
I'm
and a
a
watch or
watch.
bracelet
Yeah, I was
on
gonna
there,
say I'm a
something
watch person.
has it's
Go
just
look
a
at the watch.
very masculine feel to it. But the wrist, I always look at.
You know, it's funny. So Savannah knows I have a couple of boys, more than a couple. I have 4.
You've got a brood of
Yes.
boys.
So there is one in particular, and he is very precise about his wrist jewelry and watches. Dallas. by the way.
Oh, I knew
So
exactly.
he likes a certain look, and he will pair up different things. because it's important to him for his style, right? And it's the same like with women, but there's so many men that feel the same way, that are like, you know what, I like the combination of my watch, if it's mixed metal, with maybe a mixed metal bracelet, or
Yes.
you have it on now, I was pointing down there like it was there. But you know, or I wear a more rugged watch, i.e. maybe Timberland off of Jadora, and I could wear my rugged bracelet, you know? So I think there's ways that some people really like to pair it up. I mean, today it's all about personal style, and you can mix it any way you want.
Exactly.
But for those that are not as comfortable, it's always easier, I think, to kind of meld, you know, your wrist look together. So just food for thought on that. But I just think about like my feedback as a mom that I get from, you know, my boys, and they're like, oh no, I like this. And they're very different boys, so they like different things.
Well, and my husband is the same way. He changes out watches according to outfits.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, because he's a watch.
He's a watch guy. I know.
We'll
I'm gonna have to get him on.
and
Exactly.
have him show you some
Yes.
watches from Jadora. Because
We have
he's
some
got some
amazing.
favorites.
Oh, he
I know.
does.
He
We
does.
have some amazing men's gift sets. So be sure, before we move on to the females, check all of these out. Go into that gallery, add to cart, because we're a week away from Christmas.
Yeah. And guys, actually, most of this product in the men's sets is from, or actually I think it's all, is from one of our great storefronts, Robert Alton. And that storefront is on sale until the end of it, so 12/31. So you
Ooh,
literally
holiday
have like
pricing.
a week and a half or so, you know, so to get into that pricing. And you can't do it for this price. I don't know where you can experience a vendor like that and be able to get a great gift set, and again, think ahead, you're getting holiday pricing. And if you need to buy for Valentine's Day, or even stash it, if you're that person, my mother buys like months in advance. So even for Father's Day, honestly, you could stash it and have your Father's Day done, which is kind of great, because these gift set prices probably won't be back, I don't think, anytime soon.
Well, and you can
I
do
can't guarantee
multiple.
that, but I can't imagine that they would be at
No.
this, because they're really good prices. So I guess we'll move on to like
I know.
our
Moving to the
women's gift
ladies.
sets.
Yes.
Yeah. So we've got some really incredible. I mean, when I was looking at the gift set options, of course, we've got different configurations. So there's like 3 sets of earrings. We've got necklace bracelet earrings. We've got all kind of different little configurations. But what makes these gift sets kind of cool is, you know, what women doesn't like options in earrings, and especially like the studs, because studs are like, if you have an active woman, a mom that's got a ton of kids that don't want to hoop, doesn't want, and actually right now for me, it's kind of, if you look at my earrings, they're kind of smaller too, by the way, Jadora. If you are wearing a turtleneck or a coat, you know, I don't know if you all feel the same way, but sometimes I'm like, I'm just putting on a stud, because my hoop earring gets caught in my turtleneck, depending on what my fibers are, or like how lofty my neck is. So these are great gifts.
Well, and I love that it's multiples, because I personally have multiple piercings.
Yeah, and you can.
And that's such a big trend right now.
I actually want to do that.
I know. We should go together and get
I know,
some.
we should, because it's a perfect thing to.
But
like,
it
wear this
covers
gift set.
everything, and then you can break it up, because I could get a set for myself
That
and my
is what
2
I was gonna
daughters.
mention. I was going to say, and also some of these sets we're going to go through are great for like the younger, you know, so you can have, I mean, really some of these, especially because, you know, for example, in these CZ studs, which we'll cover, that's like our crescendo, they're the best. Who doesn't want a stud that, you know, like a diamond, you know, simulant kind of look, you know, like a diamond looked, but this CZ is perfect. You could give this, separate it to 3, or if you've got, you know, young girls that are really getting into the whole earring thing.
Oh,
I mean,
I'm
like
there,
yours.
living that life right
Yours
now.
like big ones too, though.
Oh, they like
So are
them
they
all.
going to get multi-holes? I mean, multi-piercings?
Oh, they've been asking.
Oh, they have. Okay.
They have been
It's a
asking.
thing.
I know, we're kind of pushing
it's been
off,
a
but
thing, but-
maybe. We'll
Okay.
see. We'll see.
Well, let's get started then. Okay, so we're going to do this set first, right? So this is this is adorable. So the set that we're going in, hopefully Brian's getting you good there. Okay, so we've got, this set is 3 earring sets. Amazing. 2 horseshoes, right?
2 horseshoes,
And a
and then
star.
they have the star. And you know, I love the symbolism of these, because the star is, you know, more divine guidance, but the horseshoe is luck. And so I was looking, did you know that the horseshoe has to be a specific way for the luck to kind of fill up?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
I did know that, and I'll tell you why I knew that, because there's a necklace on Jadora that Brian and I had gotten in.
Oh my gosh,
and-
I did know that, because I've seen the necklace.
Yeah. And so actually what's really interesting, and I'm going to
yes.
kind of swing around here a little bit and see if I can point to it. So you can see how the horseshoe, how the tops angle in. That's to keep the luck in the bucket.
I know.
If it's straight up, your luck has a risk of falling out.
But, you know, and I automatically, putting on a horseshoe, I would have automatically put it on upside down. Well, my
Oh,
luck's
no.
just bottomed out.
That is not good.
No, I know. So maybe that's kind of where I was doing it wrong. I'm just dropping the bottom out.
We need to get you a pair, and you need to put them
Yes.
straight up so you can hold your luck in, especially
Yes.
this time of year.
But I love layering this up in a multi-hole. I think that's a really cool idea.
Absolutely. Super, super cute. Again, if you're on a budget this Christmas, even though these are amazing because they're like $50 for the whole set,
We're all on a
we're
budget
right at
this
that.
Christmas.
But exactly. I mean, you could split these up, and that could go 3 ways. You
I know.
for 3 great friends, or
Yeah.
or to your point, your girls and you could all have your own pair. I think it's awesome. Beautiful, beautiful. Love them, and they are. These are going to be rhodium over sterling silver. And I guess the total carat weight
Yes.
of all of these, because there are little diamonds in here, is going to be not quite a carat, 0.86.
Right, just a little under.
Yeah. So you do have a little bit more bling in one horseshoe, and then you've got a more understated one as well. So.
I love that for kind of like a cartilage piercing at the top. A
Oh,
small horseshoe would
that's
just fit
perfect.
nice right in there.
That's actually a really
I have
good
one
idea.
of those, so I'm thinking, that'd be really cool.
Oh, I need to
know.
go. I need to get it because I want to wear more earrings. I like earrings
Right, too. It's
and
fun.
bracelets.
Yeah.
Those 2 are my favorites. I do wear necklaces, but because I wear a lot of flowery blouses,
It's hard.
you
It's
know.
really hard.
But I get them in there.
I know. So I love
pearls.
the next trio.
Oh,
is,
this one. The
Yes.
Mystic
So
Topaz.
this is screaming my daughters.
You know what? It looks so cute with your sweater.
I know.
Because Mystic Topaz has such great qualities where it kind of flares different
As
colors.
soon as I
and-
saw the Mystic
Yeah.
Topaz, I thought immediately of Ella.
Oh, okay. So let's do this. I'm not really good.
Do you want me to put one on?
Yeah, I want you to at least hold it up. Brian, I don't know if you're going to be able to help, but look, let's see if we can zoom in. Look how cute that is with all the colors.
I love it. I love a great stud that's going to have that
that's so
really
pretty.
cool glint of
I'm
color.
not sure if we're doing you guys favors on this, but I think it's so pretty how like you've got so many colors in your sweater,
I know.
and then this earring just like reflects it so beautifully.
I feel so
All right, I'm gonna let you
festive.
put that in while I'm
Yes.
talking about the others.
When I got dressed
So-
this morning, I always ask my girls, I'm like, okay, is my outfit good? And the first thing Ella says, are you wearing jewelry?
That's awesome. I love it. We've trained them well. So these guys, look at the size of all of these. They're beautiful. And you'll be able to tell the dimensions here when Savannah has it actually on. But they are so pretty. And I think that just the colorations of the 3 pair that are here gives you really great
I'm
options.
going to assume the carat weight is going to be about 1.25 to 1.5 per earring.
Yeah, because it's almost 8 total carat weights between the 3 pair. But see how, for scale, you can see it on Savannah? I mean, that is not a small stud.
No.
That is a beautiful showstopper stud.
They might even be like 1.7.
Yeah, and I love, okay, so let's talk New Year for a second. Because,
I know.
well, when you go into the New Year, I mean, I'll just speak for the masses here. We always try to go, oh, we're going to start a new gym routine. We're going to start working out. We're going to do, so, I mean, I know I do. I mean, every year
my
I try-
diet's going to start in January.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when you're thinking about and I think this way, you can tell where my head goes, because I like to go straight from work to a gym class or whatever. If I had one of these on, I don't have to disassemble all my jewelry.
No.
I still look incredibly fashionable all day at work. And then I can just throw my hair up and I've got a cool stud in. And we have Gracie. You guys, I hope, have seen Gracie,
Gracie
on
is
our TikTok.
so fun.
And she was doing like a get ready with me, and she's a fitness trainer.
Yeah.
And so she wears really pretty studs because she's like, I still want to be feminine, but also she transitions her life. Like she's a student, plus she works another place, and she teaches fitness classes. So I think about like going into the new year, if you have that friend that's like really that athletic-y friend, what a great gift, because we know that they'll wear those
Absolutely.
like all the time.
Well, and I love that idea because you know, jewelry doesn't have to have a place in your wardrobe. It doesn't have to be, because I got dressed today. It's going to be with everything, like you said.
And look at that. It's so funny because I love the way Mystic Topaz does kind of like the different colorations that you will see in it. But it's funny the way you're turning, I'm seeing all different colors in that earring. Aren't you, Brian?
He's shaking his head,
We're trying to get him to talk.
No words.
He's like, nope, I'm not saying it. So, okay, so this is probably your favorite,
I
right?
have already been playing with this one and tried it on.
Knowing who
as
you are, I knew it would be
soon
your
as I saw
favorite,
it.
and you know which one's my favorite.
I do. But
So,
this one is.
You have to put it on.
Oh,
So,
I know. I'm so excited.
We're gonna just disassemble our whole entire thing.
I know. So, and I can do the whole set.
So this ring,
Oh,
Right?
I'm always looking for a great right hand ring or a good statement ring, but this one, The lab created blue spinel really gives that gorgeous cobalt hue.
And the CZ in it, honestly, it allows you to get that statement ring without the statement price.
Oh my goodness, you are not kidding.
I mean, I don't even want to tell you guys like what a great value this set is, because it not only comes with the ring, but it does come with the matching earrings.
So it's a full set.
Under $50.
Are you kidding?
I'm not kidding.
Okay, I'm gonna put on one of the earrings.
Are you kidding?
I'm like, ooh.
Yeah, under $50.
That's where I'm gonna have to go add to cart. Let me steal one of these.
I've got a couple I'm adding to cart.
As soon as I saw it all laid out, I had to put it on.
You.
I
Yeah,
know.
I knew it was you.
I love it.
So guys, you're gonna see us come in and out, through the spring, and the company who announces the color of the year just announced that it's Peach Fuzz. But Savannah and I go back in the fashion industry for a while, and there's another big message outside of Peach Fuzz that's going to be happening in apparel. It's going to be, we're really going back into the blues. We've been in this really heavy red, pink statement. I mean, they're still going to be around. Pink is always in a female's wardrobe, but blues. And I kept thinking, what a great way to kind of plug this set too for Valentine's Day, because it's not a traditional red or pink stone, but because blue is going to play a bigger place in spring fashion for females, I think it's kind of cool.
That's exciting.
Yeah, it kind of pulls back because the blue, you've got that lab created blue spinel in there, and it's going to be ranges of blues. So even with a powder blue, that would be stunning.
You don't have to match everything exactly. No. I love bringing in different hues.
What a great way! And guys, you'll get a ton of points if you knew that that's going to be a big color.
Okay, so I was shocked when I saw the price point. So the points that you're going to get are going to be on a much higher price point level. They're going to think that you really broke the bank here.
True.
And just let them think it, because I love that.
That's beautiful. And then the ring, I mean, look at the ring. Good, nice. That's kind of that 7-table ring, that you see it from 7 tables away.
I know.
I love it.
Somebody really loves you.
Yeah. Somebody really loves you. It's so true.
Even if it's yourself, nobody has to know.
I mean, no kidding aside, like, that's a set to, like, I mean, we always talk about, when because we've been in retail, and I'm, obviously with the Jadora team, we talk about, like, after Christmas, like, what you didn't get on your list.
Or you're like
and
me.
all the stuff that you've done through the holidays, like, gift yourself and be kind to yourself. So that would be a great gift.
Well, I saw a thing on social media the other day, and it's this woman, and she's like, okay, so today I went shopping for my housekeeper, my chef, and our nanny.
Oh.
And she said, and they're all me. So I got some great stuff.
Oh, that's awesome.
I know.
And they're all me.
Yes.
Yeah, I was going to say, whoa, somebody's got all of that. But,
No.
Yeah, that's what we do.
Well, that's what I've kind of been putting that mentality in my Christmas shopping, because if I'm like, oh, well, I'm going to get this for so-and-so and this for the housekeeper. Or my husband calls me a domestic engineer.
Oh, I love that.
He has called me that for
Ladies,
years.
that's it. We're going to take on a new title, the domestic engineer.
Yeah, we're the domestic engineer, and I think that's perfect.
I'm sure my son Dallas will love that, because he is an engineer. Like and if I call myself that,
totally true, because the engineering that goes into running my household.
We need to do a podcast on that. I mean, right?
I think it's perfect.
Yeah. So, so next. So love. Okay, you're getting into MySpace now.
I know.
I was on with you guys. It's probably been a couple months ago now. I don't know. I'm going to try to get on more frequently.
And I'm so excited.
I know. But I am a fan of pearls. I mean, I usually, I've mentioned today that I love my arm stacks and I love my earrings, but I am mostly known for my pearl stacks. And I mean, I stack them. But I was looking at this gift set. Well, one, we've got an earring gift set we're going to talk to you first, but then we've also got this multicolored pearl set, but both have pearls in them.
I know.
So I'm very, very excited. So the first set that we're going to talk about is this earring set down here. And you get a little, right?
So you've got so cool, because you have so many different transitions that you can do with this.
I kept thinking when we were talking earlier about, you talking about the, multi-piercings, like this would be so stinking cute to layer on top of other piercings for New Year's, because it's like kind of like that ball.
So fun.
But they go every day, of course. But I just think they're perfect. They're a perfect set. I'm going to have you, Savannah, put
We're going to
one
break
of
it.
these on
Well,
so
do you want to break it apart so they can see?
For sure. But let me show you one other thing really quick. So what's cool about this particular piece, Brian, you got it pretty good? Okay. So this actually is also
a stud.
A stud. So you can take this jacket off, and then you just have a basic pearl stud. I'm trying to show you guys. Let me just hold it like that. So you've got this, which you can put on any of the earring posts or any that you may have at home, which is so cool. So you have a drop pearl that you can add to any of your favorites. And then it can also be kind of a jewel.
I think that's so fun. Okay, let me pop one of these on because
gonna
I
let you do
love
this.
the look. And I want to see how that lays on in here.
Yeah, let's see it.
I got it. Okay.
I'm going to let her do that while we talk about the configuration of this one. So you do have like these really cool little crystal. I'm going to try to hold it up so you can see it a little bit better. Is that good, Brian? Can you see? Okay. So look at this. It's got a little bit of an era of a flower to me in my head, you know, because I look at it and go, okay, it's like a disco ball, but it almost looks like the hydrangea that's in red sitting next to us, but it's in crystal, which I love. Such a cute little earring. I love these, and I say little, but that doesn't necessarily mean, honestly, that they're truly little. That was probably just a little figure of speech. Let me get this one back in screen here. So I don't know if you guys can see this one, but it's silver. Let me put it over the white. There we go.
So I'm so glad to see the ball take a comeback because I remember being younger and everybody had their staple pair of silver balls or gold balls.
Yeah, it's true. You know, that's
everybody
so funny.
had those.
Yeah, they don't go out of style. But what's really cool about this, I love, you know, we're talking gift sets today, but I will tell you when I saw this gift set and I was kind of arranging them to talk to you, I thought about there is a necklace from one of our storefronts, Rebel, that's silver and gold beads. And I thought this would be kind of a cool little pair back. Oh, check that out.
How
That's so
cool.
I love that.
Okay, so
I might have to have those.
I know. What I didn't realize is, so you put the stud in first, and then you bring that J hook around to the back.
Yeah.
So at first I started to try to put it on, and then I'm like, oh wait, that's wrong. So
it's almost like the bottom pearl's just floating, which is so,
I know.
It's so cool. Yeah, that's in my cart.
I know, and I love you still get that
I'm gonna put that in my cart.
movement. I love it.
Oh,
I
that's
think
really
it's
perfect for
so
me because I love pearls so much.
Mm-hmm.
So 3 great earring styles. So crystal, silver, and then this pearl drop. Plus with the jacket that you can
You
mix.
get like what 8 different iterations?
Yeah, you do actually.
You
'cause
really can
move
break it.
around.
Yes,
It's awesome.
That's amazing.
Again, you know, you could, if you needed to, split this up.
I wouldn't want to split this one, but you totally could
You totally could.
because this is such a cool idea. You know, there's a designer that does something very similar to this, and it's
And not
so
close to
fun.
the price.
Oh my goodness, no!
Jadora has the best.
I don't think you could have gotten the back.
No, exactly. So on that note, like while you're shopping with us, we have a few more sets to go. Don't forget to if you want to go back to anything Savannah and I've talked about, you click on the little 4 squares. That will take you to the gallery. You can add to your cart.
Yes.
And be sure to do that because I'm sure at these prices, they're not going to last very long.
No.
And remember, think gift giving at these prices because this whole until the end of the year, which we have another week or so, right? Because a week from Christmas. Yeah.
I know.
So, so we have, not long before we have to wrap up all that. And I always like to get a little jump on things during the holiday sales that are out there.
The
Like
jump,
Valentine's
yes,
Day.
but I'm never up for Christmas, so I like to jump for others because
Yeah.
I'm
for
shopping
sure.
like down the wire.
Are you for Christmas?
Oh, yeah.
I do that typically, but when it's Christmas sales, you know, like a lot of people will buy like their trees after Christmas for the next year because it's on sale.
Yes.
So I always think about like, are there things coming up? Like my mother's birthday is in February and 1st of February. So yes.
Next, that would be so beautiful
Right.
for her.
And so I can get it right now at the holiday pricing, which is amazing.
I
So
love
the
that.
next set. Okay, so this is totally a Trisha set. If you
It
know.
is.
It totally. So we've got, and I'm actually putting on my glasses because I just want to make sure I told you the metal correctly. So this is rhodium over sterling silver.
Yes.
Then you have the multicolor freshwater pearls. So what you have in this, you have the necklace, and it's actually, I think this is 18 inches. You have a bracelet, and then you have the coordinating 3 color pearls.
Which is
Stud
amazing.
earrings.
I'll tell you, the station necklace and bracelet trend right now,
Huge.
I am all over it.
I love how they did it with the multicolor pearls.
I do too,
Because
because
it makes it a little less.
they get their
serious and
own
more fashion.
statement
Yeah,
too.
Exactly.
It spreads them out just enough to where each pearl kind of gets its own showcase.
That's a great way to look at it.
I know.
That's an awesome way to look at it, you know, she says. I love this. I love this set. I think, you know what's you know, interesting to me is when you use the multicolor pearls like this, because, you know, obviously traditional pearls are traditional pearls. I think that this has a really interesting way, to your point, of showcasing each pearl color, but also gives flexibility in like how you're wardrobing it, you know. I love that you have this darker, deeper blue in there. Then you have the pale pink, which is super feminine.
Absolutely.
And then you kind of have this pearlized, this gray with it. I think it's just super, super pretty. This would be great for my mother, actually, when I think about it.
I think it'd be great. And I love the idea of layering it with your other pearls as well.
For sure. You absolutely could. You absolutely could.
You were the queen of pearls, and I always look to you of how to
give it a try.
style pearls. Because I struggle. I feel like pearls are the hardest thing for me.
You know,
and this makes it easy.
And there's a lot of research, guys. We're going to, again, be coming to you in early spring, but there's a lot of research about the single pendant coming in this year. I mean, it's been around, but there's different ways. I mean, there's always, you know, it's like fashion, right? Skinny jeans always going to be around, although it may not be the most popular for a certain season. But a pendant, I kept thinking to myself, wow, if you have like a pendant that has the bail that can clip, like this would be, what I would do, because I love to do unique things with mine, because it's stationed, you could actually work in a pendant right there on one of the stations.
That's a really good
cool
idea.
I think that's really neat, because I love getting creative, like with things like that, and you could do that with,
you know, I've seen several different, you know, charm or pendant bail clips on the Jadora marketplace. So
you could add them
there.
and make it not, you know, so it could take on a very different life than, you know, just a pearl station necklace. You could add your pendant and be like an everyday, you know,
it makes it something special too. It's more unique to that person.
For sure. Personalization, and that would be key, but gorgeous on its own. I do think it's a good one for my mom. Thank you for that.
Yeah, you're welcome.
So the favorite set in terms of earrings is up next.
It's for everyone. It's easy. This is one of those gift ideas you don't have to think, oh, well, who is that going to be for? Because it can go for anyone on your list.
It absolutely
Male or female.
No, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
So that is an easy way to do it.
So these are, it's a set of 3. It's a box set of 3, and they're white CZs. And that is 10 karat yellow gold on all of them. And the total carat weight, we said for all 3 was around 5.5. Yeah, around 5.5. So you're getting varying sizes. This also would be a great earring stack.
I know.
Because I love it. Like when Gracie was doing some stuff for us on social, she was like, oh my gosh, I always just stack my, you know, she had smaller diamonds actually that she had from Jadora. But these are CZs that make this whole earring stack much more economical. If you can't do the whole diamond thing, but I mean, you get the look. And guys, this is under $60 for this whole set. So you talk about,
really, you know, jumps out to me is the fact that it's under $60, but you have yellow gold posts.
I know.
Which blows my mind. I know I'm always looking for ideas and things for my girls because I don't want something with a metal allergy or so I try to be really careful and conscious of that, and you can really get in a higher price point.
There you go. For the girls.
This is perfect.
So Liv and Ella could have a set.
Mama at the top. I know. I'm definitely the big one.
Of course you are. Oh my gosh. Well, I have loved sharing all these sets.
Oh, me too. I am so glad that you got to come on with me today. It was so fun.
Too. I love it. I love just connecting again.
I know.
Awesome.
Well, and how can we not connect
this,
over this amazing jewelry?
Gift giving. It truly is the best time of year, I think, for a lot of reasons. You know, obviously for the real reason, but when we, you know, at Jadora, when we think about like giving you guys an easy way of shopping and an easy gift giving opportunity, I mean, the sets is really a great option for a lot of reasons. One, you get this holistic look in a gift set, or you get, honestly, the ability to multi-feature for those in your life. I mean, the list is kind of endless. You can break it up. You can, you know, there's so many things you can do with a gift set. And I feel like oftentimes, you know, this time of year is so precious, and if you're trying to match things like, oh, I want to get him this necklace, it would be great, but I'd love to have
out of it.
Yeah, I'd love to have a bracelet that kind of coordinates with it. I mean, it is totally, the stress is totally out of it. And you know, here's another thought. You know, I always think about, you know, I try to be very aware because I do have young boys that, well, they're kind of young adults, really.
Right.
So for them, when they're gift giving to people, like for example, the men's gift set, let's just say there's somebody they're giving to that's a good friend, or maybe their brother. They could take the necklace and give it for Christmas, and then keep the
Yes.
bracelet for the birthday, and so that eventually the person has the whole set. If they
I
didn't
love
want to,
that.
yeah,
Yeah. I
and
like
so it
that.
kind of builds on their collection, if you will. But
That's a really good idea.
I love it. I love it. So it's been so fun. Thank you for
Yeah.
having me.
No, thank you for coming on, and thank you all for joining us today. So be sure to check out that gallery. We're a week away.